Hi, Hobby Collab fam. It is Meg and Brett.
Hello.
Another classic matchup. On this Sunday, we're going to be hanging out with Brett actually all day today.
Yeah.
Talking about dinosaurs. Today is like all Seraphon.
All
day.
dinosaurs
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And both of us are actually working on Seraphon.
Yeah.
You already play it. I'm hoping to play it very soon.
Yep. You've been building this army for
A year.
a while.
A year.
It's a while.
It's been a year.
This is, for me, Seraphon was like, I want to play AOS. I don't have an army. I need this like yesterday. And for you, this is like, I want a cool art project.
This is my little passion project army.
Yeah. So you're going to see two very different approaches to painting Seraphon today.
Yeah.
Meg has this like very artistic, very creative
Lisa
style.
Frank inspired.
Yeah. And me, I am playing with the models that I am painting right now. I am playing with them at 2 p.m. So
Yes.
I need to get them
He's
done.
on a deadline. This is the difference.
So this is like two very different styles, two very different approaches, both equally valid.
That's right.
But you're gonna get to sort of see some contrasting viewpoints. You're gonna be very like cerebral and like, what should I do? And should I do this? And I'm gonna be like, I don't care what I'm gonna do. I'm just putting paint on models.
Yeah. I think also worth pointing out is that we both dressed today to match our armies.
Yeah, that's right.
We both
that's
match
right.
our Seraphon armies.
You are very bright colored and rainbow, and
Rainbow.
I am various levels of orange
You look
various
like
levels
a
of saturation
traditional
on orange.
dinosaur.
Brown and orange, yeah.
Oh my God. Zach, member for 9 months. That's it? Wait, Brett, no, not going to take Marathi.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we're not playing with Marathi later. So obviously we're doing a hobby stream right now. At 2 p.m. we're also going to be doing a game.
Yes.
So stick around for that.
Yep.
Let's take a quick look at what we're doing today. Yeah. Okay, so this is mine. I was working on my Troglodon last night. And you guys might remember, if you were hanging out with me in Hobby Chat, you might remember me talking about what I thought my plan was going to be. This is not it at all.
Complete deviation.
It went a totally different direction.
But it looks amazing.
Oh, I'm happy with it. I love
so
it.
Cool.
I'm really happy with how this
color
is coming
palette
out.
is amazing.
Thank you. I meant to do dark. What I wanted to do was dark on top and bright on the bottom. And I started to, and I was like, oh, I hate this. So then I started repriming it white, and I was like, oh, I like that. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
And then I have the rest of my army here to just sort of like see how it ties in.
Yeah.
Because everything's
context.
a crazy mess, right? Like everything's different.
Have you seen, so Vino, one of our mods, has a Seraphon army, and his army is painted as like albino dinos.
Yes.
And this has those vibes of like the white scales. And so, and I kind of like the Troglodon as an albino because it's sort of this like weird skink oracle, like special,
magical.
It's magical.
Yeah.
So the idea that like the Troglodon is like the one albino in an army is like kind of appropriate.
Yeah, I was worried about that when I was working on it last night because I was like, this can't be the only dinosaur. Like I can't go albino. It would be weird against everything else.
Right.
So,
but a little bit of that, or like
right,
giving off those vibes is like kind of a cool look.
Every unit in my army is different, and so I'm like, I need to make sure that it stays tied together.
Yeah.
Right? I need to have, I was talking to Zach about this. He's a musician. He understands like motifs. And I was like, I need to have like a handful of motifs that I sprinkle, right? Just so that it all loosely stays tied together.
And the basing helps a lot with that.
The basing is a big motif.
Yeah.
And then what ties him in, I think, really nice is the spikes on the salon chair.
Yeah, okay.
They're basically the same. It's the exact same palette. So I was like, perfect, I did it.
Yeah.
It works.
Great. Done.
So that's me.
Yep.
Do you want to show anything you're working on?
Yeah, sure. So so I'm using old, these are agrodons. These are meant to be agrodons.
They're so cute.
But they're the old Saurus Cold One Riders, the Saurus Cavalry. I have rebased them. So before 4th Ed dropped, I had 4 of these models, 1 as the character, and then 3 as the normal unit. And so I've rebased them to the new base size. So look at this giant base on this character. He's like,
oh my gosh.
He's like completely dwarfed by his base, which whatever, that's fine. Maybe I can add some more some more basing materials later. But so I had 3 of them completely done.
Yeah.
And then, and 3 of them completely not done. And so before today, in the lead up to the stream, I have primed and painted the mount, but have not done anything to the riders.
Okay.
So I have 3 more to do to get to a unit of 6. The mounts are done. They're based. And the riders are literally just primed.
They're just white.
So I have, here's 2 more. Here's the other 2. So my goal for today is to paint using my like slap chop enhanced techniques and recipe, these 3 riders. So again, the mounts are already done. Just have to do 3 riders before 2 p.m. Glue them on their saddles.
I believe in you,
and
Brett.
send them off to battle.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing that today. That's my plan. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. We've got a segment prepared. We've got fan stuff to do. We've got our usual sort of shenanigans and polls and all that kind of stuff. And so if I sometimes seem a little bit, I don't know, focused.
Like leave me alone?
Leave me alone. It's because I
need to leave you alone.
I've got 3 models to paint and glue on their saddles before 2 p.m.
So there's gonna be a lot of uh-huhs.
So yeah, one-word answers. If you get some one-word answers out of me,
yeah,
that's why. That's what's going on there.
I also want to, at the start of the stream, really quick, call this out. We are doing a giveaway on our channel. So if you're into AOS, this is a great one. If you're not, it's a good one for kit bashing or for running your own giveaway if you want, or giving it away as a gift to somebody. It doesn't matter, whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do. You could strip it. These are just, they're already
They're
gray
already
plastic.
stripped. You could strip them more if
But
you
if you wanted to strip them, and if your name is begins with a P and ends with Olichrome, then you could strip them and throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, you can do anything.
And that'd be totally fine.
But we're giving it away when we hit 600 members, so we need to see some memberships today. Yeah. So help us out, and we'll be obviously.
What's the deadline for the 600?
The
members?
Deadline?
Yeah.
Whatever I feel like.
Oh, okay.
We're shooting for this week.
Got it. All right.
This week. Otherwise,
Launch
we might just keep it for ourselves and paint 2 boxes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Who knows? Yeah.
Not me, because Skaven, not my jam.
No.
I'm not going to paint 2 boxes.
No, God.
I don't got time for that.
Nobody does. So you guys might be wondering, well, what is she going to do? I mean, obviously there's still stuff to do, but I did this side. I did not do this side.
Yeah, you're just
so that's what I'm doing today.
You're doing the other
this side.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to just start working through it. We'll see how far I get. It took me a few hours last night, and I was focused. Now I'm distracted.
Now you're distracted.
It'll take me a little longer. But I can move around to different parts if anybody wants to see me work on something in particular.
Yeah. How, Meg, have you looked at any of the Seraphon rules or sort of
when I watch you play
list building at all? Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to comment that the Troglodon that you're painting there is quite good.
You were saying that.
It seems like, and I don't own it. Well, I have a kit. I have another Carnosaur kit, and the Troglodon's made from the Carnosaur kit. Mm-hmm. I have another one in box, so I could build it either as I've already got a Carnosaur, an old blood on Carnosaur, so I can build it as a Scarvet on Carnosaur or a Troglodon, and I'm almost certainly planning to build it as a Troglodon.
Okay.
But yeah, I've not built it yet. I've not played with it either in 3rd or using the new 4th ed rules. But it's genuinely compelling. There's a lot of the Seraphon monsters that feel just a little bit overcosted or don't quite sort of fit into a play style, or they're not quite there in terms of their abilities. But yeah, the Troglodon seems to be pretty genuinely compelling. So
yeah,
you made a good choice there.
Good. Well, I was trying to. Well, I wanted the Troglodon. I didn't really care so much. Like,
right.
I was like, oh, Brett has a Carnosaur. If I really need to, I'll just borrow it.
Yeah.
And Zach's like,
what
are you talking
F
about?
that noise. We don't do that around here.
But so then I was like, okay, I'll build a Carnosaur, but I want to give it the Troglodon head because I love the head.
And
right?
he was also like,
and he
F
was like,
that noise.
What?
We don't do
what?
that around
Are you
here.
sure? And I was like, okay, I guess I'm building a Troglodon. But that's fine because I I don't want to confuse anybody, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the villain. I'm the good guy. I'm the Gwen.
Wait. What? Who's Gwen?
Have you ever heard of the band No Doubt?
Yes.
That's Gwen.
Gwen Stefani?
Gwen Stefani. Yeah.
Well, is this like, why is Gwen Stefani, why are we talking about Gwen Stefani?
Okay, so we...
I'm so confused.
Thank you, Rudy, for the 5
Thanks,
gifted
Rudy.
memberships.
Yeah, good to see you.
Our train is probably running in the other room,
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Gwen like went out and had her own solo career, right?
Yeah,
like
okay.
after the band
Isn't that being
stopped.
the bad? Oh, after the band stopped. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like I don't know, they kind of all moved on, did their own thing. Well, I don't consider that making somebody a bad person. I think they're just, you know.
I mean, if you quit your band to go do your own thing, like...
But we don't know why. Maybe the band was a bunch of jerks,
okay,
right?
that's fine. If
I'm
the
going to
band's a
assume
jerk...
positive intent.
All right.
And so with Gwen, it's like, okay, Gwen's the favorite.
Gwen's the favorite?
So when I go look up our page, like our YouTube page,
Yeah.
like to get to the creator studio and all that stuff, I just type it in Google because it's like right there, and I'm just like, yeah, search it. It'll be the first result, whatever. It's fine. I think a lot of people do this.
Yeah.
And like the second result was Hobby Collab Meg.
Oh
and
my
I was like,
gosh.
Yes,
And
that's
then
me.
And then immediately
I'm the Gwen.
That's all anyone cares about is Meg. All right.
No.
That's fine. It's
my
fine.
Anyway,
And then
so-
what like, so it auto-populated. Did you click on it?
no, I didn't click
And
on
then
it.
do the search and see
And,
what
like,
the first
add to the
first
algorithm.
comment was? Or the
Like,
first like
wow,
search result?
Hobby Collab Meg is a jerk.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I want to see what Reddit like, and then click on like,
No, I don't want to go
and
to
then
Reddit.
like the
I don't want to
website,
read about
the
us.
website on the website Reddit. Yeah.
I'm sure Reddit hates us because they hate everything, right?
Do they?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
The internet hates
The
everything,
internet
and Reddit
is
is
just-
the internet.
Horrible, yeah. It's all horrible. You guys are the only ones that love us. What are we
Cool.
talking about?
I have no idea. But you're Gwen, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Okay.
And now I get it. Now I get what you're talking about.
Yes.
You made that comment in Discord, and I remember Zach shared the context. But I remember you posting that in Discord, and I was like,
Because I thought it was funny.
what do you mean you're the Gwen? I don't, like, what does that even
And you didn't
mean?
ask.
No.
You're like, I don't want to look stupid.
No, this happened the other day. I was like, I'd rather just like not get the joke than look dumb, I guess.
Oh, that's so sad, Brett. Soups. One word answers. Got it. Brett.
Yeah.
Here we go. What are your thoughts on how all of the AOS factions represent the varying socio-political ideals of governmental regimes of the Western world in the 21st century? I just think this question is kind of bullshit.
That's great.
'Cause it's not.
One word answers.
It doesn't represent.
37.
Okay. That's fair. That's what you paid for, Soups. You wanted a one-word answer. You got it. 37. Rudy, good evening, Hobby Collab fam. Are there any similarities between Seraphon play styles in AOS to Tyranids in 40K?
Ooh, interesting.
Obviously, I know there are two different gaming systems. Does the team need any hobby supplies?
You know, Rudy, you asked me this in a DM like a month ago, and I have two ideas. And I have been meaning to collect them and write them back to you and just have not gotten around to it. So I apologize for that. But my two ideas as sort of like consistent hobby supplies that maybe you have thoughts, Meg, that the studio always needs. Tamiya extra thin hobby cement, like model plastic glue.
Dry brush right over that.
And, what was the other one? Oh, there's a very specific super glue we use. And we will use, I mean, these are both glues, but we will use essentially infinite of like super glue and plastic cement. So I'll send you specific links to them. Because, Rudy's question was like, hey, I want to support the studio. Are there sort of like non-sexy things that you guys go through a lot of that I could just send you to like to support you without you know, you don't need to open a packet of super glue on stream and like, but like I'd like to just kind of support in this way.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 ideas, but I'll send you specific links, Rudy. I've been
that's
meaning
sweet,
to do this
Rudy.
for a week or 2 now, but
I always think of stuff. I can't, like when I'm on stream and I get asked this, I'm like, I don't know. I can't think on the spot. What do I need?
Yeah.
I don't know right now. And then like it'll hit me later and then I forgot. I always forget to
I would
message it.
say airbrush primer because we also prime a lot of models.
You know, we need a Tenebris Gray.
Tenebris Gray. Oh, the
Freaking
AK
color,
paint.
yeah.
What do you use that for?
It's just a great like purple black. Like it's so purple that it basically becomes
It's basically black.
Yeah. So it like it just works really well with like purpley. Like if you want to take purple all the way down to black, I like mixing it in. Yeah, it was actually what I had wanted to do originally with the top half of this.
Gosh.
But
sorry, that was not a comment on you. I just realized I'm like.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
I'm being way too. I'm not being fast enough. I'm being too. I'm like. I'm allowing my OCD to just like take over in the absence of sort of conscious. Avoidance of it, and I'm like painting in the lines at a step where I don't need to paint in the lines, which is contrary to what you need to be doing for speed painting.
Right. Well, that's
my first step. The first step with a brush, you can do whatever you want because everything adjacent to it is going to get painted over by another color.
True. Yeah. Like I'm being very careful right now. I did gloss varnish. So that I could do some nice recess washes. But I'm going to dry brush over the top of this. So it's okay if it gets a little messy. Yeah. JPC. Damn, no train. Yeah, we're going to have...
I mean, later today there will be train.
Yeah, we're going to have the hype train going later on the game that Zach and Brett are playing on stream at 2 p.m.
Can you imagine a train in the background of the hobby show?
Oh, we could have it like running on the wall and go all the way around.
Yeah. Leah and I
that restaurant.
went to that restaurant last night, and she was like, "This is my wife." She was like, "Was this your inspiration for the board with the train?"
Oh my god!
And I was like,
"Yes,
maybe." This actually, I mean, like, there's a non-zero chance that this actually was the inspiration for it.
Every time we go there, we have to freaking talk about it. Like, oh, look, a train.
It's a train.
Yes, guys. There is actually footage of me helping with this train. I'm proud to say.
It happened.
Yeah, I touched it. I put some tracks together.
Yep. In the world of Pixar, it didn't happen. It actually happened.
It did happen. I was worried I would break everything. I didn't want to touch it. Speaking of breaking things, if you guys were watching the game yesterday, you might have noticed that we've got our headsets back. We're fixed.
Oh yeah.
That was a blame Meg moment.
Audio's
as it
fixed.
turns out. Yeah, you guys can blame me.
It turns out that there's like every piece of equipment in our studio has like some
nuance,
some weird nuance or technical like detail that you have to hook it up a certain way
like
or
a
make
caveat. Like, oh, by the way,
like
this
it
thing
works.
says wireless, but it's actually not.
It works, but there's like a nuance to it, and the details of those nuances are spread across all of us. There's no single person who knows all the things. And so, for example, if Zach leaves for a weekend to go play in a tournament in SoCal, there are certain like bits of information that he has in his head that we just completely fall apart on.
Yeah, it's very tribal knowledge around here.
That's the way to put it.
We don't let's say like there's a I shouldn't say that. Like we actually run things pretty fairly well.
Sorry,
like,
pro tip real quick. If you're speed painting, you can just put the paint directly on your model.
Oh my god.
And then...
Do you want me to show?
No, it's fine. I can see it.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah. You can just put the paint directly on your model, especially if it's contrast paint. And you just go to town with it. We're in a hurry here, guys.
Well, one of us is. Actually, I am in a hurry because I need to get this done for Old Town Throwdown. And that's in less than a month now.
What?
Think. Yeah.
Oh, the normal one, not the...
Yeah, the normal one. Yeah. And speaking of timing... We need to do memes. It's time for memes.
Dun, dun,
This
dun,
is
dun.
news. All right. We had a few good memes.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of memes where I couldn't tell if somebody made it, if it was original or not. So if I didn't include it, it's your own fault for not making it clear. I wasn't gonna. What do you think I was gonna apologize for that? Like this one is from Gramps, and I don't know if Gramps made it, but I'm gonna give Gramps the benefit of the doubt. Gramps is a new member to our channel.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been hanging out, but he got gifted a membership. So Gramps, make sure that you turn that on in YouTube, in a Discord.
Link your Discord so that way you get the
little benefits. Yeah.
the little benefits.
Friendship ended with Squigs. So I think
Squigs got worse, or at least
Yeah.
that's what Steven seemed to think during the show yesterday.
Well, everything of his seemed to get worse.
There was a little bit of discussion in the chat that maybe Steven's opinion was wrong, but
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's fine. Steven's not going to watch this.
I don't know
so
anything
we can say anything we want about him.
yeah, that's right. I don't know anything about Gloomspike kits.
I'll teach him.
Other than that, they're cute and they drink mushroom beer. So, but that doesn't. Neither of those things have anything to do with gameplay.
Right.
So I think this is a reference to Squigs getting worse in the game.
Totally.
And trolls and orcs getting better.
Yeah. Definitely. And this is how Gramps feels.
Yeah, and Gramps is titled to their opinion.
That's right. Okay, I don't know what this is. Like, I mean, I know what this is, but I don't know who. Should I know who this is?
Oh yeah, that's the guy that won the UK
did he?
Prime Minister.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the new
Sorry,
UK
I don't
Prime
pay
Minister.
attention, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's me.
That's you?
I mean, behind him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice that.
We have like this template, and it's like me sticking my head out behind Soups' head.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kind of like this use for it. It's great.
Yeah, this is the new UK Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Won in a
Hello,
landslide.
sir. All right.
Welcome to the club, Labour Party.
Okay. Then there's this. Zach, are you watching?
Yeah. This is the definition of community engagement.
Gross. Yeah, So Zach went down to a spearhead tournament down in LA this
Invitation
weekend.
only.
Invitation only.
Very elite, very exclusive.
Yes. And he, we were like, make sure you hobnob.
Yeah, yeah. Zach was hobnobbing. He was engaging with the community.
Demand our free stuff.
So Zach thought that Matt Rose was maybe going to be there, but then wasn't there.
Zach took his autograph book and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it turns out Matt Rose wasn't there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
You guys can ask him all about it at 2:00.
That's
during
right.
the game.
Yeah, we can't tell you anything. We weren't there.
But he was engaging with the community. Yeah.
We already have some things that need to get FAQ'd, it turns out.
Oh yeah.
This is in response to my game against Zach playing Night Haunt. I think because that's
one of your practice games.
One of our practice games because I was whining about it. Not whining, but I was like, Night Haunt's overpowered.
Oh, Night Haunt. Can his Night Haunt teleport?
It's yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, so he's playing basically the same army with daughters as Night Haunt? It's like the same army, just like different skin.
Yeah.
They're just skinned over differently. They both teleport all over the place.
Something like that.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Zach has an archetype, turns out.
Right. And not only does this need to be FAQ'd, but so does Varangard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Varangard, if you didn't catch our game yesterday, it was Slaves to Darkness versus Trolls.
Yeah.
And my gosh, spoiler alert, Varangard just absolutely destroyed.
Wipe the floor.
The Trolls.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like there should be a "this is fine," dog sitting in the fire meme also of like, oops, all Varangard sitting is like the dog sitting in the middle of the fire. Like, this is fine.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a picture of Saray doing Matt Rose. It's cool.
It's
and there's another picture of Saray. So like we mentioned, this will come up again later. we are having a membership drive.
Yep.
Every time a membership happens, then
Yep.
we have a hype train on our
An actual train.
actual train, because like we said, we're a train hobby channel now.
If you hate trains, that's not actually true.
No, it's not. No, you'd be disappointed. But it turns on the train.
It turns on the train.
The train will move.
Whenever a new member
interact
joins.
with the game.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's fun.
Then we come up with special rules for like how the train, give the train special rules. If you're near the train, special things happen. But it moves around so much,
There's
it's kind of hard to
train
track.
on today's stream? Oh, I don't know about
What?
that, Zach. I
What?
think we might have to change
What?
that, Zach, because I think we need the train, Zach.
Yeah. Of
Brett
course.
and I outvote you. Where's Saray? Get Saray in here.
Yep. Saray, I don't know. I mean, that's definitely some
Thank you, Liberty Fires, for
some
your
hopium
membership.
there with your Varengard not OP comment.
Oh, there he is. They're so OP.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we need the train. Zach, go set up the train. Very funny. We know you're making jokes right now, trying to be funny.
Varengard OP,
but,
please nerf. Also, train, amazing.
Yeah.
Please include.
Yeah.
All right.
And Saray loves the train whistle.
Yeah.
That is his favorite part of it all. It's very cute. All right, guys. Thanks for the news. Thanks for the memes.
All right.
How is it going? Are you feeling
I'm stressed.
Oh.
We are
stressed, Brett?
We are half an hour in. We're 25% of the way through, and I definitely don't have 25% of the model covered in paint. So we're behind.
Oh no.
Time to step it up a notch.
Just dip them. Just pour all the paint in the
dip.
bucket and dip
Yep.
it.
Just dip.
Yep.
Okay. I need to reduce my word count. I need to chat less, conversate less,
All right, we'll just sit here and
and silence.
Silence.
Okay, cool. Checks out.
that makes for relaxing watching, I guess. How about everyone who is in Varengard just get good? That's good advice, Saray, actually. You know, just try not to suck.
Yeah, just it's a skill issue, really. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling in hobby chat after the game yesterday, we were hanging out, and I was like, you know what? I think Saray's getting a little cocky. I think what we need to do is another April 1st game. This time, Tau versus Slaves to Darkness.
Slaves to Dorkness.
Yeah. just to show Saray how it really feels.
Yeah. I mean, we did get him once. The thank you video was pretty good. We got him. I did enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
He's due though.
He's been gotten.
He has.
Yeah.
But we can get him again. It's so easy. You guys haven't gotten me.
Get him.
I'm the easiest one to get.
It's true.
Yeah. Thank you, JPC. Starting the hype train early for Zach. Appreciate that. Yeah. I'm excited for the train because it's definitely going to be happening because, of course it is.
Because this is a democracy, and there are 3 of us involved, and 2 of us want the train.
Yep.
So
it's happening.
that's how it works.
That's how things work around here. I'm pretty sure chat wants the train too.
Of course. It was the highlight of yesterday's game.
Definitely.
Varengard, whatever. Varengard don't drive around when you donate a membership.
Rudy, thanks again. 1 AK Interactive Tenebris Gray and 3 Tamaya. Is it Tamaya?
Tamia? I call it Tamia,
Sorry, okay.
but...
Extra thin cement en route. Focus more on painting, fam. I will send a PM regarding the super glue brand. Okay. Thank you, Rudy. You're so sweet. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you,
We
Rudy.
need to be good about checking the mail. Guys, don't forget to vote in our poll. Like all of our polls, it's very important.
Yeah, we're painting, it doesn't necessarily look like it, but the theme, we have a theme for today, and the theme is Seraphon mounts. And so, yeah, the sort of Seraphon are nothing if not an anthropomorphized dinosaurs riding other dinosaurs. So you're going to see throughout the show, we're going to be talking about anthropomorphic creatures and sort of how it's a little bit weird that if you were an anthropomorphic dinosaur, would you choose to ride a dinosaur?
And
Would you
which
choose to
dinosaur
like?
Would you ride?
Yeah, and which dinosaur would you ride? That's a little weird, isn't it?
A little bit. It's
little
like, I mean, this has come up before, right? Like, do I want to ride? Do I want to ride another human?
No, probably not.
Depends, but yeah, for the most part, no. It's weird. It's weird, guys. It's like, oh, we left this one off. We forgot about this earlier when we were talking about this. No, this doesn't count. Never mind. It doesn't work. Cities of Sigmar, the guy like riding in the thing on the ogre, but that's different. They both talk like they're both people-ish.
Yeah, the ogre's like
It's not quite the same.
not really a person.
But it is weird.
Is he a person?
I don't know. Are they people?
Are ogres people?
Ogres, they're just like us. Maybe.
Maybe. Are they like how far back in the genetic evolution of an ogre do you have to go before like ogres and humans have a common ancestor? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Or were they always separate?
Or were they always separate? Yes,
And it's just
exactly.
like per chance that we kind of look alike. Well, okay, if you
Always?
play Dungeons and Dragons, can you be half ogre, half human?
You can. Oh, you can be half a lot of things.
Right.
Half ogre is a thing. Half ogre is a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Half
Okay.
ogre is a thing.
So half ogre, half human is
Which
allowed.
yeah, and so if two things can mate, then I think that's like the definition of a species.
Right.
So,
But when the ogre and the human produce an offspring, can that offspring produce offspring?
yeah, I think so.
You don't know. All right.
You're
let's
right.
go with yes.
You're right. I don't know.
Let's go with yes. I like it.
But
So they're not like mules.
they're not mules, which are half. No, they're not donkeys.
Donkeys are donkeys. A
Okay.
mule is like half
Half horse, half
horse,
donkey.
half donkey, and it cannot reproduce.
Okay.
It's sterile.
Like
Like a liger.
a liger. Yeah, like a French bulldog.
Those can reproduce.
No.
Well, like physically they can't do the act to make it happen.
Right.
But, we can force it.
If you could, yeah, if they have human assistance, they can.
Which I think says a lot about the breed, but I'm not going to go there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Can they? Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, who knows? Ogres, people.
And yeah.
Molecule. They should make it so the less anthropomorphized dinos are riding the more anthropomorphized ones. What'd that look like?
That'd be like.
That'd be weird.
That'd be weird. Yeah.
It also seems unfair that all the anthropomorphized dinosaurs are like the small ones, whereas the big ones are just like kind of dumb. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna ride you. Like,
I mean, croxigores are smart.
yeah.
And they're anthropomorphized, and they're also
They
massive.
and they like stand like a person would. Like when you look at their shape,
Right.
they look like football players.
Yep.
Yeah.
We stereotyping on football players now.
Well, I mean, they're beefy, right? I guess if you're if you're on the defense or something.
Yeah.
Or
I think croxigores definitely have that lineman aesthetic.
yeah.
And I think it's intentional. They want croxigores to sort of be reminiscent. I mean, well, and actually, I think if you play Blood Bowl,
I was gonna say, aren't they?
I think they actually are linemen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
All right.
The great are good.
They're fine with it.
High
yeah.
end time heresy. What time is it in Germany? I actually don't know. I know in the UK, like, this starts at what, like dinner time, basically, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
But what is Germany, like 2 or 3 hours past that? Maybe 1. I don't know.
Meg, you've been painting these dinos for a little while.
Yes.
What, like, are you kind of just doing like a one of everything approach to
That's a
to
good
your
question.
collection, or just like models that speak to you, or are you building towards a theme? What's your approach to collecting? And
I'm going to give a
with this
very,
army?
very unsatisfying answer to you and to chat. It was, I was just like, when I decided I was doing this.
Yeah.
Actually, originally when we decided we were doing this, it was supposed to be me and Zach. Like, both of us were supposed to be doing this together. And then the channel happened, and it was like, well, Meg, I'm busy. Here's your new army. So we bought, what's it called now? We bought the Vanguard.
The
Vanguard,
box?
not Vanguard. Box.
Yeah.
And
We got
so
we all have Varangard on the brain.
I know. So, triggering.
Yeah.
So we had that, and then I was like, well,
And that's a Carnosaur kit, or this
yeah,
Troglodon.
I got the Troglodon, yeah.
And then a bunch of Saurus and 3 Croxagore, right? I think. Yeah.
And some, oh no, not skinks. Yeah,
I think that's it.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then Zach had a few models already, and I don't know where he got them. There were some, like,
Oh.
what are they, like little pterodactyl things? I don't actually know what they're called. I have a few
The
of
flying
those.
guys?
Yeah.
Do they have skink riders?
No, they're just like pterodactyls.
birds.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I have some of those, and what else? Oh, a bunch of skinks. We just had a bunch of skinks.
Had a bunch of skinks, yeah, as you do.
And so I was kind of like, this is fine.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, and then I think he bought a croak, and
Yeah.
we got the slan, and I don't remember why, but that I have no approach to this. I just want to get it done so I can take it to Old Town and hopefully get in the top 10 best painted like last year. That's all I care about. Like, playing it, whatever the channel needs, I guess. Like, if this list isn't good. So my list that I'm going to run with is my croak, my slan, my troglodon.
You can have a slan and croak?
Yeah.
Wow.
And some croxagores.
So much magic.
Some chameleons. Well, the hunters of Hamachi.
Yep.
And I can't remember what else. That might be it. So that leaves me with some extra hunters of Hamachi and the pterodactyls and the skinks to add in later, right? So I have wiggle room. So I'm kind of hoping that does it for a while, because I want to move on to Lumineth, because I would like us to
Right.
have Lumineth on the channel, right? So either way I'll be taking a break from Seraphon, just because of that, like, because
Right.
I'd like to get Lumineth done, and then maybe down the road I'll add on more, or maybe I won't. I still
Lumineth is
love-
going to be, that's going to be a big project.
Yes, it's going to take so long. It's one of those things that's going to be like a pain in the butt, but once it's done, I'm going to just be so happy. Like, it's going to look nice. Well, it'll look nice enough.
It'll look great. Lumineth are such cool models.
Yeah. They're just a lot of work. It looks like all that trim. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, going through these dinosaurs, I like to give myself like little treats. Like, okay, when you finish this, you get to do this part.
Yep.
Or when you finish this model, then you can do these other models. And I don't know, they've all been kind of a treat. Other than Slan, I don't like the chair. I don't want to paint the chair. Like,
Really?
I
Well,
don't wanna
you already
paint-
did, right? Oh, Croak's chair. you
Yeah, I
mean?
have to do croak next. So I didn't enjoy like painting the chair. I just
wow.
got through it. That's how I felt about it. It's fine. I think it looks good and I'm happy with it. But I was like,
Like, there's no skin on this thing.
not interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The painting the slan was great. Like, I had a blast.
Tons
Yeah.
of fun.
And that's what happened to me last night when I was working on this. I was like, well, I think I'm just going to panel line tomorrow. And I started doing that and I was like, maybe I'll do some more. Well, maybe I should do my ink washes over the spines. Well, maybe, but I just kept going because I was like, I'm actually enjoying this.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop now. I can only do one side, otherwise I'll finish the whole thing.
If you like dinos, or if you like skin, dinos are a great army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't done like the recess washing on my other dinosaurs because the cracks are too small.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Like I'm like, that's not fun to do, and I am running out of time. But this guy, it's one guy, and the cracks are pretty big, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm enjoying it. And I kind of like doing this white on top with the dark recesses, like the vibrant recesses, instead of what I had originally thought I would be doing would be white recesses. And I might still do that. Like, I kind of want to do white recesses and then rainbow color over that so that you get like rainbow recesses.
Oh, wow.
And then do this again where I'm dry brushing the white over the top.
You did a little bit of that with your skinks, right? Rainbow recesses?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
It was something I thought I would do, and then I was like, this is annoying. I'm not doing this 48 times. Plus all the freaking skinks that are just hanging out with big guys.
Right.
Like, no, I'm not doing that to myself. I don't have time, and then I'll hate it, which I don't want. I don't want to hate doing this, you know? It's dangerous when you run a channel where you do it. How are we doing? Oh, yeah, we're good.
I'm not good.
Oh. I meant
freaking
chat,
out.
But
I've got a little bit of buffer. If I don't quite finish,
Yeah.
I've got 2 hours between the shows, and rather than just hanging out and having lunch and being chill, I can frantically paint.
yeah, to friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would we do without you, Brett? Well, we certainly wouldn't have a train.
You wouldn't have a train, and that's probably about it.
Brett's added value is train.
Is train.
And we're not even going to use it. We're going to use it. Zach, we're using the train. This is not up to
Curious
you.
why Zach doesn't want to use the train.
Why would he say no? Why would he say no? What a fuddy-dud. Guys, go tell Zach what a fuddy-duddy is.
It's so cool.
Then when you dry brush and you like fill in the cracks that you needed not filled in.
I think part of this is, like, I think it's okay that I'm not, like, I'm half done, I'm not half done, and we're almost at halfway.
Yeah.
Because I think the contrast step covers a lot of surface area for not a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it goes quickly.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I'm also not prepared for the show because I don't know if you guys noticed, we have some new graphics. If you watched.
Oh, yeah.
I need to prep them for today.
Oh, yeah, there's the
like
sort
the
of army
yeah.
general, yeah.
So I'm with you. I'm in the same boat.
So there's because there's 2 new armies for today, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll get there.
It's fine. It's fine. It certainly won't take 2 hours. Barry, thank you for the gifted membership.
Hey, Barry. Good to see you.
Oh, look, we win. He set up the damn train. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All aboard.
Choo-choo.
All right, good. I'm glad that's sorted. That was going to be not a fun fight.
It's going to be a fight.
Oh my God, Zach poured me coffee and I haven't drank it yet. Terrible, terrible wife. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, I'm curious. So, like, 4th Ed is out now. Obviously, like, Varangard are a problem. How are people feeling about the addition? Are you excited about your army? Have you played any games yet?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What sort of... There are a couple sort of impactful rules. I mean, it's still AOS, so there's a lot that's the same. But there's a couple things that are pretty different. The idea of an underdog, the idea that, like, you've got these reactions that you can do in your opponent's turn, not just redeploy and unleash heck, which has been expanded for sure. But also counter charge and the ability to cast spells in your opponent's turn. Like, what sort of elements of new elements are you really jamming on and are excited about? I'm curious.
Yeah. I know, and the rules that I miss the most, like that I forget or don't realize they are there, are the core rule changes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, I'm like, that's a big book. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
No,
it's just going to have to come up when it comes up.
Yeah.
And, I totally, and I remember talking about this now that it came back to us, right? But I remember talking about the underdogs getting extra CP. And then I totally blanked on it yesterday. All of us did. None of us remembered that. That was like one of the only rules I feel like where it was like, oh, right. It kind of surprised me. But for the most part, I feel like I've been getting the changes.
I think there's a lot of interesting, like the amount of sort of additional thought or like sort of the changes to your thought patterns that you need to keep track of as it relates to like what you can do in your opponent's turn are really interesting. Like the countercharge stuff. And Zach and I played a practice game. In our first practice game, I was like, I want to try out this countercharge thing. You like charge one of my units, charge my crocs, pay 2 CP to countercharge the Croxagors in, and they just got completely curb stomped. They just got completely wiped. Because, he activated his unit that charged in and just turned to the right and fought the Croxagors and just completely destroyed them. I was like, oh, okay. So, like, countercharge is not just a thing that you just do blindly. You have to kind of plan for it and do it in the right
This is why I need to
the right circumstance.
So I don't have to think. I can just go.
You can just go.
Just do whatever I want. Smash.
No. Crafting Troll
I know.
disagrees.
I know.
Gargants are a thinking man's army.
What? I didn't know that. I don't want to think. I just want to play. Okay, I think I've got
Very tactical.
the recess is done for purple. The underside is going to be hot pink recess washing. So I'll do that next. But we have a topic to talk about.
Topic. All right.
Unfortunately for Brett, because I know he's pressed for time. But it's got to happen. It's got to happen.
Can't not talk about it.
Yeah. We,
Yeah, end time, sorry, real quick. End time heresy.
please.
Battle tactics are in the General's Handbook. So you either need to find the General's Handbook, the like spiral bound version that is sold as a standalone, or the cards that come in the Scaventide box. There's like sort of a card version of the General's Handbook in the Scaventide box. That's where they are. If you do a Google search, I'm sure you'll find some people on Reddit or some such that have photographed them and made them available. But yeah, they're not in the free PDF releases that are on Warhammer Community. They're in the none of the General's Handbook content is. The manifestation rules are not, nor are the battle plans. So yeah, you'll need to get your hands on the General's Handbook one way or another.
well, the battle tactics are in the Scaventide box.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're not in
because-
the PDF
No.
that was
no.
distributed for free. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. How did we get ours? We must have.
We found a copy on the internet, and also we got them in the
We
Scaventide
had
box.
the Scaventide box. Yeah. So End Time Heresy, do you not have your... Oh, you don't have your box yet. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is.
But even if you get the Scaventide box does not have the Manifestation Lords either.
No, and that was really stressing me out. I was like, what? Like, why aren't all the rules in here?
Yeah.
What did I buy?
So the actual
You have to
GHB,
get the actual book.
the actual GHB is not. It's is not in the Scaventide box.
No, you get these very, very, very shortened version.
You get these cards which have the battle plans and have the battle tactics, but they don't have the manifestation rules, which was a surprise to us.
Yeah. Liz, thank you for the memberships.
Thank
the
you,
train
Liz.
is going in the other room. Don't you worry. And it will be working in a few hours when we play on stream. But thank you for the 5 memberships.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you. Remember, Liz hopped in.
It's helping us out a lot.
The game yesterday too.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress yesterday. All right, guys. We are talking about
We have a discussion topic.
anthropomorphic animals
Uh-oh.
with animal. I mean,
It's
with
about to
animal
get
friends,
weird.
right? Like with non-anthropomorphic animal friends. I didn't want to write all that in the title, but it is a weird topic. Like,
Yep.
how does this happen? Who
Yep.
decides?
Who decides that dinosaurs are going to ride, that smart humanoid dinosaurs
Yeah.
are going to ride dumb non-humanoid dinosaurs?
And also,
Why don't they ride horses? Huh?
yeah,
Huh?
or like,
Or completely other animals?
or just not animals.
Or bears? Or not animals? Why don't they just run? Why don't they drive cars?
It's really weird to think about, like, well, it feels very caste system, you know?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
kind of dark, yeah.
Like the haves and have-nots.
Exactly. Goofy and Pluto is a classic matchup
Yes.
in this space.
Why
right?
does Pluto, who is a anthropomorphic dog, Goofy, who is an anthropomorphic dog, have an actual dog as a pet?
Right.
That's weird.
I guess, like, you could say Pluto is Mickey and Minnie's pet, but he's basically everybody's pet. They all, like, hang out with Pluto. I think there's probably cartoons where Pluto is Goofy's pet directly. I think I've seen, like, pictures of him walking Pluto. Anyways, it's very strange. But Pluto doesn't talk. Pluto is like a pretty typical dog.
Normal dog.
Yeah, and Goofy
is somehow imbued with superpowers. He like got zapped with gamma rays, and he got bit by a radioactive
Yeah.
dog, and now he's like a super dog.
Yeah. I
that
had this
can-
book, by the way. Did you know?
No.
Did you have any of these?
I was
Walter
weirded out by the
Foster,
cover. I
Leonard
saw it on the
Weird, right?
store shelf as a 6-year-old and was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I already knew that was weird.
I
when
actually
was
hate
6.
Goofy. Do you
Yeah,
like Goofy?
no, I hate
Love
Goofy.
Goofy movie. Classic. Hate Goofy. All right.
Don't like, not a Goofy fan. Yeah.
Guys, this is My Little Pony.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about this. Meg.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm not familiar with
this
franchise.
chick's name
Okay.
is Megan.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Pretty cool.
She hangs out with, she has her own actual pony that she rides,
Yep.
like a normal horse or a normal pony.
But that can't talk?
It can't talk. It's normal.
Okay. It's a normal pony.
Yeah. And then she meets these My Little Ponies that are from Ponyland.
Yep.
I forgot about this, that it's like some weird place.
It's a weird place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go back and rewatch this. And like one of them like picks her up and she like, I remember this scene, like she flies away riding this like Pegasus and there's a song and all this stuff. And like her pony's just like in the barn, like waiting.
Like,
Like,
hey,
oh,
come back. You
don't like
leaving?
me anymore? Like what happened?
You got a better pony now?
Yeah.
We have ponies at home.
Yes. We have
The
ponies
pony-
at home. That's
The
TJ.
pony at home. Oh.
So yeah, I love this one. Although I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, but also like the My Little Ponies live somewhere else, right? So they're not like earthbound. So is it okay at that point?
Like once you've met a My Little Pony as this girl Megan, once you've met a My Little Pony, do you enjoy hanging out with your actual pony? Or is it just ruined for you?
That meme with Andy where he drops the
Yeah.
toys. Like, get out of here.
Are you just done with your like normal horse? Because you're like, oh, I've now hung out with super magical like flying
Yeah.
horses that can talk.
I want this basic ass pony.
I want this basic horse. Is that what happens?
No, that's not what happens. She goes back home. I mean, she visits Ponyland like multiple times. That's part of the show, right? Like,
Yeah.
she can go visit whenever she wants. So, I guess you can, when you have that kind of freedom, you can appreciate. You don't have that like limited time pressure.
I see.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, interesting.
Anyway, so
But these are the questions that this like brings up, right?
yeah. Here's another one. This is Iago from Aladdin. And there's a scene where he's like spying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretending to be a flamingo.
He's creeping.
Yeah, he's being gross. And this flamingo sees him and gets the hots for him,
Yep.
thinking it's a female flamingo.
And
Which
it
makes no sense because animals have a good sense of smell. They would know the difference.
hilarity ensues because he's like trying to be covert and he's like, stop, I'm trying to like spy.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And he can talk and the flamingo can't. The flamingo is just like horny AF. That's
Yeah.
it.
He's just a horny bird.
Yeah. So This is a little weird because Iago can talk and
Yeah.
he hangs out with Jafar.
He's also a completely different species.
And also, he's not gay.
He's not a flamingo.
He's like not
He's
interested
a parrot,
in this
right?
flamingo.
He's
yeah,
like,
right. There's so many
so
things wrong.
the flamingo's like, oh, you have long legs and are wearing a fake nose. That is what I've always wanted.
That's what I'm into.
Flamingo partners.
Bring that nose over here.
That's what I've been missing all of my life.
Okay.
It's like it simplifies. I don't know.
I like how disgusted
Oversimplification.
you are. Yeah.
Just like, I mean, I guess if that's your kink, but like,
Yes. Yeah. We don't want to kink shame. That's
Yeah.
true. Dinotopia. So it was a show and a book series.
yep.
Did you watch it at all, or
Nope.
you didn't do it? Yeah, I didn't watch the show. We had some of the books, and I don't remember reading the stories. I just liked the pictures.
Yep.
It's like I don't care. But there were smart dinosaurs who could talk to people,
Uh-huh.
and there were not smart dinosaurs who couldn't.
Unsmart.
Yeah.
Did they explain how the dinosaurs became smart?
I don't know. Maybe. Chat, do you guys know? Do you guys remember Dinotopia? The books were really cool. They had these really like epic oil paintings of just dinosaurs with like this, like Saurus almost, like Seraphon, I mean, where they had decked out
Oh, wow.
like gear for people to ride on and
Yeah.
I don't know, not outfits is the wrong word, but
Yeah.
yeah, like they were adorned,
Yeah.
right? And the idea is like, oh, there's this utopia where people and dinosaurs coexist.
Yeah.
Because that sounds reasonable, I guess.
Soups, I like it. That's the age-old argument. Like, what's smarter, cats or dogs? Like dogs because
Oh.
they're trainable, or cats because
I think,
they like just get the humans to like do their bidding.
I feel like it's just like different types of intelligence.
Intelligence,
You know,
yeah,
like with people, like you can be, I don't know, in like good at book smart, academic.
Right. But
But,
not
like,
have emotional intelligence.
A complete emotional wasteland, and it's like, well, you're not very smart when it comes to dealing with people
Right.
or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on here. Anyway,
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that IP. It's a little weird.
all right, this one was a Brett pick.
Yeah,
Let's
Gene
talk about
Stealer
this
calls.
one.
So when Meg mentioned this topic, I was like, the first thing that popped into my head was Gene Stealer cults. In my head, a Gene Stealer cult is an anthropomorphic Gene Stealer.
That's fair.
Like it is a human that is like halfway turned into a Gene Stealer, and they hang out with normal Gene Stealers, like full Gene Stealers. So they are. So Meg was like, I want to do a segment that's like anthropomorphic, like animals that are like half human, half animal
Yeah,
that hang out with like full versions of the animal.
right.
And I was like, oh, that's Gene Stealer cults. What you're talking about right there is Gene Stealer cults,
Like,
right?
oh, that's fair. I like it.
So, yeah, I'm curious what you guys in chat think about this.
Yeah.
It sort of goes the other way, maybe a little bit better. That like, you know, like the Gene Stealers are the like smart ones, and they like
Like,
have
ooh,
these
what are these guys?
have these half human pets that they like keep around. But
That's fair. Like what? So Tyranids
Yep.
proper, like obviously they have spaceships.
they're like
and-
organic spaceships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're smart enough to. Are they smart enough to build that stuff, or is it like? Is this like an evolutionary thing that's happening?
It's an evolutionary thing, but I think they direct their own evolution.
Okay, that's
So they
pretty
have,
smart.
That's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a weird one because I kind of am like, well, the Tyranids themselves are not just dumb animals. Like,
They're hungry animals.
they're hungry. They're hungry, and I feel for them because they're just a force of nature. But they're not dumb. Like they know how to do things and fly around space and
Right.
make guns, I guess. But
If this
but are
was-
they making the gun? Or they're just absorbing it, right?
No,
Like,
they're
and-
evolving it. Yeah.
yeah.
But if you were like, if Tyranids were the villain in a zombie movie, and you were like, are these smart zombies or dumb zombies?
Right.
They would definitely be smart zombies.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like they
Ugh,
sort of
smart zombies are the
observe
worst.
your movements and your actions and like respond to them in a way to counter you. You know, they're not just kind of randomly wandering around.
Soups, are you doing a Shelob impression? Oh no, Sting. What's the name of that spider? I don't know.
Sting.
From The Hobbit.
From The Hobbit.
It stings. It stings.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
All right. Then the second thing
Anyway,
I thought of
yeah, let's keep
after
going.
Gene Stealers was this next one.
Yeah, hopefully it's next. It's not next. It's
not
in
next.
here somewhere.
Okay, all right. Never mind.
Anyways, we'll get to it.
We'll get to the next one I thought of.
This is from The Sword and the Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like Disney's original entry into bestiality.
Yes.
Because this kid becomes a squirrel and then, well,
And then the real squirrel falls in love with
he gets
the
like
kid squirrel.
accosted.
This
Yeah.
is sort of similar to the flamingo one.
A little bit, yeah.
It's just, I mean, he's not.
Oh, but this time the tables are turned.
The
This
tables
is a
are
chick coming
turned.
after him. Equal rights,
Yeah.
guys. We can all be
Yeah.
crappy.
And it's not just a guy, a different animal pretending to be a squirrel. He's actually turned into a
Actually
squirrel.
a person, yeah. Trapped in a squirrel's body.
It's a person turned into a squirrel's body. Oh man, so many layers of complexity here.
I kind of feel for the girl squirrel, right? Like she doesn't know what's going on. She's a squirrel. She's confused.
Right.
We all know what that's like to want something you can't have.
Yeah.
But it's a little weird because also this guy's a kid, right? Arthur, he's like a little kid at this point in the story.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Another layer of
like,
complexity.
Like big. I don't know.
Right.
These shows where like a little boy becomes a man. All of a sudden.
Coming of age story.
Like, I'm going to have sex at the age of 12. And it's going to be funny.
It's going to be,
Yeah,
be pursued.
What are you doing, Disney?
Because presumably this squirrel is like, the actual squirrel is like a grown adult squirrel, right?
Right.
So this is sort of pedophilia.
It is.
Also.
It's so many horrible things.
And, presumably the kid in a squirrel's body says no, right? Like, or at least sort of gives off strong no energy. And the squirrel just like refuses to take no for an answer.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Which eventually,
okay.
luckily, this kid was able to get back to his normal.
What did the squirrel
body.
say or feel or think, or did
She was
they
just like.
sort of, was she mad?
That was her voice.
Was she mad when she figured out?
She was sad. I felt for. She like
Yeah.
he turns back into himself, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And she like screams and runs and kind of is mad, and then goes up to like the tree and is like barking at him.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, she's like sad.
She's
when he
like,
wants
"You
it.
led
I'm
me
that
on."
That is kind of sad. She didn't know. He doesn't exactly say no. I mean, shut up, Zach. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, what a troll. We're moving on. Here you go. Here's your
All
next
right, so
one.
this was the next one I thought of, and I'm sure you guys saw this coming. But come on, this is like the perfect example of like a creature, an anthropomorphic creature riding on, or like having as a pet,
Yeah.
like a different sort of less intelligent, quote unquote normal version of itself.
Yeah.
And I think like the Crutox is one way to look at this, but like in the lore, like Crute are sort of an avian species. They're sort of bird-like, and Crute have like birds as pets. Like the Crute hawk is a thing, and they like sort of revere them as like. But they like there's, and even in 40K right now, there's an enhancement that's like a flock of Crute hawks, of these birds that like follows the Crute around as a pet. So yeah, I think this is like another sort of disturbing, hey, here's this like big, dumb, evolutionarily dead-ended like version of our species that rather than just like putting them out to pasture and letting them like live their lives, we're going to ride them.
Thank you, Barry.
As mounts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Now, even though it has a totally different like form factor, and because it doesn't look like the other Crute, it has the same face.
I mean, it's got,
but it's still a Crute.
It's yeah,
They're
it is.
all kind of Crute, even though they don't look the same.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah, they're sort of,
same
they have
thing.
they're evolved from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Gene Stealers, right?
Yep.
Okay. I always like the Crute models. They look nice because they're all skin, right? They look fun.
They're all
looking.
skin, yeah. Your favorite.
I do love skin. All right. Last one on our list. Okay. This very specific episode of Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch that show as a kid?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fly around in a plane.
Yeah.
Baloo the bear, who like makes a double.
Oh, Baloo. Yep, Baloo the bear.
Isn't he a bear?
Oh, you're thinking of Tailspin.
Tailspin. Sorry.
Tailspin.
Oops. My bad.
That's okay.
I did watch Rescue Rangers. But I was thinking of a different. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Cool. I was
no worries.
confused momentarily.
And they made a movie recently, not too long ago, a live action version of Rescue Rangers.
What?
Do you remember that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sounds like
It was
gonna be
cute.
awful.
No,
Oh,
it was.
okay.
It wasn't bad. It was cute. It wasn't bad. Yeah, in this episode, and I'll never forget this episode because I actually like loved it. It stuck with me. And this
okay.
was back before you could, obviously, right? I'm like 40 years old. You could just like put whatever you wanted on YouTube
On
and
TV,
watch it
yeah.
on repeat, right?
Right.
It was like I caught it and I was like, I love this episode. And the reason why I love this episode is because they go and they like rescue this kitten who's been stolen from its owner.
Yep.
So it's a kitten. It can't talk, right?
It can't
Like,
talk. It's just a normal kitten.
They talk to people. Like they can.
The mice can.
Yeah. And that's actually in the movie too, right? I think they play with that a little bit.
Okay. And they can also talk to this kitten.
They can talk to the kitten, but obviously the kitten can't talk to people because it's a kitten.
Right.
It's like, it's a normal cat.
Yep.
So in this episode, they rescue it. It's so bizarre. They like go inside a mechanical bulldog or something and I don't know, kidnap it. Oh, okay, this is great. The person who, what has happened is all the cats have been stolen like from town.
Okay.
And the bad guy is like, I want to use these cats to like create static electricity and power my generators so that if this town doesn't do what I want, I can blow it up.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's so
He's
crazy.
got this nefarious
Like,
plot
what?
that involves cats and static electricity.
Yes, it's
Wow.
so weird.
Can you imagine being a writer for this show in like the early 90s?
Like, what drugs were they doing when they came up with this
Wow.
this nonsense? It's so funny. But I whatever. I was a kid. I didn't care.
When you're
I
a
was
kid,
just like,
you just
oh, it's
you're
a
like, yes, of
kitten.
course.
And then at the end, they rescue all the kittens, and then you get to see all these kittens, and it's so cute. And I was like, I love this episode. This is my favorite episode. I hope it's on all the time. I'd never seen it again.
Have you ever gone back and watched it?
No, I mean I could now, but I don't
could
want to
now,
ruin
yeah.
it. I don't want. I'd rather keep the memory because it's just a
Sure.
goofy like
Yep.
90s show. But yeah. So anyways, kind of weird, right?
Yeah, definitely weird.
Cattery's not included. Thank you, Barry. Yes. Yeah, I liked it.
That
I
was the
liked
name
it.
of the episode?
That was the name of the episode.
Cattery's not
Did you ever see
included.
the movie Batteries Not Included?
No. What's that about?
Right, it's about alien robots.
What?
Yes, and
Why haven't I not seen
and
this?
they mate with each other and make baby robots. Ah, they're so cute, and they
Baby
like, fly around.
robots?
Yes. Oh my god, we have to watch it.
All right. Wow.
Yes. Okay,
Oh my
but
gosh.
you have seen. Oh no, sorry, that's not Batteries Not Included. Wait, which is the one with Johnny Five?
Oh, Short Circuit.
Great. Okay, then it is Batteries Not Included. Yes.
Have seen
You would
Short
love
Circuit.
Batteries Not Included. It's very cute. Baby robots.
Baby robots.
Yeah.
That's how robotics works.
Yeah. They just.
Robots have
When
sex.
a mommy robot and a daddy robot get together.
When they love each other very
Yeah.
much, they sometimes
They
will make a baby robot.
robots.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So we did this. Now we need to rank them because why not?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, it's us. It's
I
like
forgot.
we're being seen.
I forgot we were going to rank this.
Yeah, because that makes sense, right?
Like using completely, without any sort of discussion about what the ranking criteria are. We're just going to put them in an
Yeah.
order.
Just whatever we think is coolest. I had this
Coolest.
prepped and then, the page refreshed. Sorry, fam. Okay, here we go. Goofy and Pluto. I don't know what our ranking mechanism is, but they seem like we both remembered them. Like they're the most obvious. I feel like they're like the poster children for this topic.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would put them in S tier. I don't know why.
S tier? I
How are we
don't
doing
like
this?
Goofy and Pluto.
I don't either.
And I think it's probably the weirdest.
Okay. So we'll
So
rank them based
I
on
was
that.
I was gonna put it like super low.
So like C tier? Let's put it in C tier then.
Can we put it in F tier?
There's D tier. We'll
What's
put it
the
in D.
lowest tier? That would be my vote.
Okay,
the
we're putting it
lowest
in
tier.
D. That's it.
Okay.
That's the lowest because it's the most uncomfortable, we'll
It
say.
makes me uncomfortable and Goofy. I don't like Goofy and Pluto just generally. That's my vote. But we can average our 2 votes. You can have a different vote, Meg. And then
I'm
we
okay
can
with
average
D.
it.
I don't
You're
care.
okay with it?
I'm
You were
okay
gonna
with
put him in S tier originally.
I was. Well, because I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. It's
Yeah.
the one that everyone knows. So that was my thinking. But
Got
I'm
it.
with you. I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. So, all right, My Little Ponies.
Sure, let's do it.
I mean, her name is Megan.
They're pretty cool.
And she just hangs out with all kinds of ponies.
Yeah.
And it's not like the ponies really interact with the horses, like
Yeah.
her real horse.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's
Sure.
not uncomfortable,
All right.
but
This
don't
is
know.
this is
I'm
the
biased.
collaboration between the 2 of us.
Here, you got the first one. I
I got
the
the
second
first one. You can have this one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All
I'm
right.
also like very fine with that.
Okay. All right. Iago. Where does he go? Ew, it's a little like
it's like middle of the road.
sexual assaulty. also.
Yeah, but like I feel like the squirrel one is maybe a lower than this. So don't put it like
Okay.
yeah, let's put that one there and maybe the squirrel in
Okay.
C.
Let's do that. Yeah, because it's pretty uncomfortable, but somehow less uncomfortable than Goofy and Pluto.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, Liam has a comment.
Hey, Liam.
That the poll we need to resolve our poll.
We
at some
will. Yeah, in a bit.
point. Liam, you should just Google it.
Yeah, Liam, you're on a computer. Google it.
Google it.
How are you, Liam? We love you,
Also,
Liam.
how are you?
Yeah. Thanks for joining. This is the nonsense we do on our Goofy show. Rescue Rangers.
Yep.
Kitten. Lots of kittens.
Great. Yeah, that's fine.
What do we want to give it? A?
It's not as
B?
cool as ponies.
No.
But yeah, I think that's A. I think that's A. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I don't know if you knew this, Liam, but your phone is actually a computer, but smaller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I touched the thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Liam. This is America. Football is football. Okay, this is Dinotopia. I don't care about Dinotopia.
I don't care.
And the books are cool. I don't know how I feel about the
C, D?
mix.
Yeah, probably C. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. C.
It's like very not memorable, I guess. Maybe.
well, at least for
not,
us.
Not super interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, Kroot.
Uh,
I don't feel uncomfortable with it
yeah.
because they're aliens, and I don't know how aliens work.
Yeah. I feel a little bit uncomfortable about
Okay.
it. So maybe B.
Okay, let's do that.
And maybe gene stealers are like A.
And why is that? Why are they less uncomfortable than
Cause
the Kroot?
they're evil, so it like feels, I don't know, maybe Kroot are evil. Maybe that's
To greater good. What are you talking
maybe that's the takeaway that I'm not getting here. Yeah, I don't know why. The Kroot one feels a little more weird. Oh, it's because it's intentional. Or no, but the gene stealer one is intentional too.
Yeah, I mean, they both evolve, like, from themselves, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
is it more like, is it like, does that make it incest?
I don't know. That's kind of where I'm going with
Like,
this.
what's
Is like, what's happening?
Ew,
here?
should we move these to D? They're so
They're
uncomfortable.
they're not having sex with each other, but they're also
They're not. That's true. That's true. They're not having sex with each
It's
other like
not
this horrible
incest.
squirrel.
yeah. The squirrel like has incest vibes. The flamingo has incest vibes.
Yeah. Flamingo doesn't have incest vibes.
Chat, where should we put Kroot and gene stealers?
Yeah.
I'm unsure how to feel.
Thank you, Barry.
Please tell me how to feel about Kroot and
Yeah.
gene stealers.
I don't know how I feel. I don't feel like it's uncomfortable. I don't enjoy gene stealer cults as much as I enjoy like just plain old Tyranids. But
Yeah,
that doesn't mean
right.
that
fair.
doesn't mean they're uncomfortable. We're gonna stick with this. This is our ranking, guys. Hope you enjoyed
ranking.
that.
Screenshot it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And like we're already behind. We can end our poll, I guess. We're not really behind. It's our show. We can do whatever we want.
All right,
You guys don't own us.
45 minutes. We're more than halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many people have voted? 34 votes. And it looks like the North American pine marten has won. So
What does an anthropomorphic North American pine marten look like?
ugh,
That's the fly, right?
I know. So, okay, if you guys you guys read Animorphs? You did. You said
Nope.
you have. Oh,
Nope.
you haven't. Okay.
I mean, I know generally like what
it
you're
is.
referring to.
Yeah.
It's like druids, right? You can turn into an animal.
Oh, sure. I don't know anything about druids.
Druids, in like fantasy settings, Dungeons and Dragons, etc. They can like
I didn't know that.
they commune with nature, and then like so much so they have like sort of like Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Like you sort of have an animal identity that you
Thank
can
you, Cody. Good idea.
you can sort of morph into.
Yeah. Well, they're weasels, right?
Weasels?
So they, like
What?
they're in the weasel family.
Animorphs are? Oh, pine
No,
martens.
pine
are.
martens. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't know about druids. They have long weaselly bodies and like a cute little weasel
Oh.
face.
Oh, I thought they were insects.
No,
Wow, I've been voting for North American pine martens this whole time, and I thought they were
I
insects.
think it's an insect. No, they're a
Yeah.
weasel. So I imagine you'd have like this really long, like weird body,
Yeah.
like wiggly body.
Yeah.
Like, and a tail. It would be weird looking.
It would be
Like,
weird
where
looking.
would you start expanding?
It would
I guess
be
you
weird
you
looking.
would start getting really tall,
Yep. It'd be
like,
weird looking.
furry, gross, and that's what chat wants.
Okay.
Anyways, Animorphs. So like, I don't remember how it happened, but these kids became like able to shapeshift. Like
Yeah.
they had like an animal they could shapeshift into.
That's cool.
And on all the covers were always cool because it showed the transition in stages.
Ooh.
So you'd see this. I remember there being a dolphin one. You see this weird, like half man, half dolphin, like character on the cover. That was uncomfortable.
That's a fun art project for some person.
For some
that-
AI
illustrator.
machine to do.
Well, no, it was before AI.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
I'm talking about now. Anyways, Liam, these are all just animals that have to do with our channel. Because for some reason we're obsessed with pine martens and axolotls.
Yep.
Axolotls are like a newt, some kind of like amphibious creature, and they have like stupid little like frills and a stupid little face.
And we did a show where we were painting we were talking about the new Seraphon when the Seraphon came out. When the Seraphon box came, and we were like, the Raptidons are like shooting atlatls.
Yeah.
And then like we
right.
loved the sort of element of wordplay that was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if there was like a guy wielding an atlatl while riding an axolotl.
Axolotl. Yeah.
And then like, but that was not the case. Like the Raptidons are not axolotls. They're riding just like velociraptors. But then the Crook box came out, and there's like a new character that's riding literally an atlatl or an axolotl.
Wait,
and
really?
And he has like his weapon is literally an atlatl. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yes.
Wait, how did I miss this? I just have a bad memory.
We haven't
talked about it?
I mean, you haven't seen that model yet, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And we haven't talked about it yet.
I know.
But yeah,
how have we not talked about this
it's
in our private lives?
I felt so
Heard?
vindicated.
You felt
yeah,
heard?
it was like Games Workshop heard me.
That's sweet.
Somebody at Games
Matt
Workshop.
Rose, are you listening?
Somebody at Games Workshop has the exact same sense of humor that I do, and they were like, maybe,
Oh my God, you're right.
Maybe somebody will notice that, like,
You know they got it from our streams.
I'm sure this model was sculpted 3 years ago.
I know.
All right. All right. So I went from like being way behind in terms of coverage
And now
to
you
like
ran out of things
I'm
to
pretty
do.
well. No, I'm pretty well caught up. I feel like I'm on track now. I just have a few details left. I need to do a second layer of the contrast at some
Okay.
point. But one of the downsides to doing contrast, I don't know downsides, but you have to wait a long time for it to dry because you're just applying great gobs of liquid onto the model. And so it actually
Gobs
lends itself really well to
liquid.
batch painting because you have to wait a lot in between coats.
Molecule, A+ relatable mass market conversation today, guys.
Yep,
I
that's
thought
what we do
so.
here.
There was a lot of pop culture references.
Thanks,
I thought we
Molecule.
did okay. Thanks, Molecule. Matt Rose isn't listening so much as documenting.
Oh yeah.
Well, He should document how many times we talk about him in adoration.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do love Matt Rose.
Yep. And talk about and make memes about.
That's right.
I wonder if Matt...
I think he'd appreciate it.
Would you like to be a fly on the wall the moment that Matt Rose realizes that we have an emoji of him in our Discord server?
He wouldn't care. You think he would care?
I don't know. Like, I'm curious
he'd be like,
what his reaction
What's
would
an
be.
emoji? That's what he'd say. Oh, man, I ruined my purple wash. Why did I do that? That's all right. No, I didn't. It's not ruined.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I just added water to it. It's fine.
Everyone just calm down.
Everyone calm down. Okay, so I've got my recess washing in. So next, I need it to dry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have the same problem I'm having.
Yeah, I need to dry brush yellow. So I'm going to go in and dry brush yellow on the underside. I can probably dry brush the white for now. And then, yeah, come back with the yellow. Okay, so I'll do that.
Come back in a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Matt Rose is magically transformed into a squirrel. Well, what am I? I'm not a squirrel. What good does that do me, Soups?
What antics does he get up to in his squirrel form?
If Matt Rose and I were both squirrels, would I do the same thing to him that the female squirrel does to that 12-year-old boy?
I mean, the females... No, you wouldn't, Meg, because you'd be attracted to Matt Rose, the person, not like the squirrel,
Matt Rose,
right?
I'm into you in squirrel form.
No, but you wouldn't, like the little squirrel
I'd become a squirrel and I'd be like, well, I guess I like squirrels now.
She didn't know that he was a boy. She wasn't like the female squirrel wasn't like attracted to the boy as a human.
I love how Matt Rose and I are both, he's probably like very happily married. I'm very happily married. But I do love this.
This is how fantasies play out as like 13-year-olds. You're like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if like
Matt Rose.
Who do you like? Some Backstreet Boys person or like some Spice Girls person? You just you think about them, and you know that meme with like Wolverine looking at the picture.
Yes.
Yeah. But now we're adults, and now now it's game designers.
Just other nerds.
Yep. All right, this is where we're at. Cool, good talk. All right.
Barry, point for Barry. Oh my God. Yeah. Well. It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right. I'm doing spike colors. Doing some spikes.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna dry brush to bring out the whites. And just sort of
This is looking really good, Meg.
Fade. Thanks. Fade. Actually, it went really fast. I was not expecting to get all the lining done on stream, to be honest. I was like, well, maybe I'll take a break from it and come back to it. But I was able to get through it okay, I thought.
I've mostly been ignoring what you've been working on this whole time so that I can like just try to power through. And so I turned over and I was like, oh wow, she made a lot of progress.
Yeah, I'm surprised myself. How are you feeling?
About this model? Yeah, no, I'm coming along. I'm good. We'll be good. I think we're there,
Don't have to cancel the stream.
You don't have to cancel the stream. That's right. Yeah, stream will be on. I don't know. These, I'm curious. I weirdly have not seen not anyone. I've not seen many people using the old Saurus Cavalry as Agrodons. I get that people like the new models. And yeah, you need to put, I remember when they came out, everyone was like, oh, maybe I'll use the old Saurus cavalry as the new skink Raptidons. Like that was the sort of proxy or model substitution. The way they were planning to use their get value from their old kits. But I didn't see anywhere near as many people talking about just rebasing their old Saurus cavalry. Like, okay, yeah, I get like that the models are physically a little bit smaller, but like if you put them on a new base,
It doesn't matter.
it's still like a Saurus riding a dinosaur. Like,
So are you
it's
saying
fine.
you think it's just an excuse to get the new models?
Maybe. I guess I'm just confused why like more people. But no, like the Raptidons were new models too. So if you had a bunch of old Saurus cavalry, you're either using them on their existing bases as Raptidons, and then buying new Agrodons, or you're rebasing them to be Agrodons and buying the new Raptidon models. And I mostly saw people doing the former. I saw very few people doing the latter, which is what I'm doing.
Right.
And I guess I'm just like, to me, the latter sort of makes more sense. You still got like Saurus riding dinosaurs and Skinks riding dinosaurs. Like that's fundamentally what like differentiates them in my mind, not the base size. And the base size is fixable. So anyway, I guess I'm just a little bit surprised that like more people weren't going that route. They're like, oh, they're different base sizes. I guess I have to throw all these models in the garbage. Or I don't know. The base size seems like a very fixable thing to me.
Yeah, I know. Roshan rebased like all of his
1 million orcs,
right? And
yeah,
it was very cute. I think it was the orcs, right, where he like I'm gonna put this on top of a bigger base and
then like sculpt around it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited.
Farnak the Destroyer, or you chuck the old ones in the bin.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Chuck the old ones in the bin.
I'm with you, Brett. Like, I'm kind of frugal. Like, so the thought of having a perfectly workable thing, and having to throw it out and get a new one, I'm like, it's fine.
Right.
I'll live. Which was why I didn't want to start Seraphon when I started it.
Yeah.
Because I knew I would be buying a bunch of the old models and that I would have FOMO when the new ones came out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to spend the money on new ones. That's just me being cheap.
Right.
Which is
That's fine. That's
different
fine.
reason.
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind Varnak. I don't mind the old ones for what it's worth. They aren't amazing, but I kind of like their vibe a little better, if that makes sense. Like the new ones the new Saurus especially and the Croxigor just look like roided out humans.
Yeah.
Like I like the dinosaur aesthetic, and the new Saurus and Croxigor look too humanoid to me, if that makes sense. Like they have sort of muscles in the places you would expect humans to have muscles.
Yeah, like
Their
football
sort
players.
of proportions are like much more sort of humanoid. The old Saurus had that like hunched look, which sort of is an aesthetic. It differentiates them a little bit. So I want to play an army of dinosaurs, not like humans dressed as dinosaurs, if that makes sense. And the old sculpts conform to that a little bit better. Not to say that like the new poses are amazing. The new models are very dynamic. I love that. There are elements about the new ones that I really like. It's just the aesthetic choices that the studio went with in terms of the amount of like humanness that they chose to incorporate in the design, like was a little bit off-putting to me, if that makes sense. So anyway, I completely agree that the new sculpts are amazing, but I also you can get a lot of the old sculpts really cheap on eBay, which I was excited about.
Guys, I'm going to give some honest feedback on these dry brushes, and I forget the brand.
Artis Opus?
No.
Oh.
These are the ones we bought in that big purple tube.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot remember the name.
They're
Zach,
like Wolf something?
Yeah.
Wolf
Zach,
something?
you're in the other room. You can probably hear me thinking out loud. But they do a good job.
Yeah.
But they are impossible to get clean. There's still black in this.
Even with the like cleaner stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really tough to get clean. And I'm assuming that's just the density of the brush because they're super dense and soft. But it's like they hold on to like old pigment powder.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Interesting.
And so I don't know. I don't just be warned if you buy any, or if you guys have bought any already and you're experiencing that, you're not alone. I feel like you need to do a deep clean every time you use them. Yeah.
I am new to sort of. I've always just used like crappy old paintbrushes as dry brushes, and the idea of like buying an actual dry brush, even a makeup brush, is sort of new to me. And you have to clean them. You have to clean them, which I've not. Which again is like a new workflow for me.
Yeah, I was realizing this yesterday when I was trying to dry brush white, and it was like coming out gray, and I was like, "What is going on?" And it's just like old paint. Probably Muzu black or something from Zach's Night Haunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's very annoying. So be warned. What were they called again? Zach, tell us what they were. What they're called. Hello, John. Nice to see you.
Hey, John.
You have a good day too. Maybe
thank you.
Maybe we'll see you on the stream later.
Playing a game later.
It's a lot to ask of people.
Hang out with us for 8 hours in one day.
That's a good point, Rudy. Let me do that. Let me do that.
The brush cleaner?
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, dry brushes require care, like I guess if you have nice ones. If you literally just use old paintbrushes as they sort of reach the end of their life and then throw them away once they get dirty almost. You can almost do that. Just throw them away when they get dirty.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you can see how much stuff is coming out, and I haven't used black. Like I haven't touched black.
You've been using white all day.
So I'm iffy on them at this point. Yeah, I probably wouldn't tell people. I don't know, like are all dry brushes like this? I really don't know. Have you guys had experiences with dry brushes where it's impossible to get them clean?
No, I've been using makeup brushes
like
recently.
You said, yeah.
And I've been able to clean them. They've been cleanable.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have fan stuff today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have been working hard, and we want to show it off. So let's do that. You did it. You made stuff. Well, this is a hobby collab.
Yeah, we made stuff.
This is something we made. And you are going to see this in action. You guys have been watching us build this on the show. I say us, but it's really Zach and Saray who did the hobbying behind this. Brett is the master.
Board.
Yeah, Brett is the mastermind behind the train functionality. It does work.
Yep.
We had it on stream yesterday, and it reacts to memberships.
Yep.
So all the memberships you guys have been donating today, amazing, thank you. It has been triggering the train in the other room. But later on today at 2 p.m. we have a game, and you'll be able to actually see it moving if you'd like to. If
you donate a membership, or if you are new and subscribe, become a member, during the game show this afternoon, you will get to see the train move, which is cool.
Soups. We had Soups out to visit, and we worked on these bases together. You, me, and Soups.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost a rematch.
It was a collab.
It was so cute. Yeah. So these are actually models that Soups is working on for his partner, Sarah.
Sisters of Battle.
Sisters, yeah. And I learned something about Sisters of Battle last
What is
week.
that? What did you learn?
I learned that they like fire.
Oh, yeah.
And that they sing when they kill you.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
They like chant and stuff. It's kind of like rude, I think.
Rude.
Yeah, and that if you turn on the Emperor, you become a martyr with a chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of fun.
Yeah, they have sort of tiers of like how badly did you mess up. Like if you just messed up once, they give you like a chainsaw and tell you to go, redeem yourself.
Yeah.
If you mess up like twice or really badly, they like strap you into this machine, hardwire your brain to like, and pump you full of drugs.
Oh,
and there's like, it's sort of like
my nightmare.
Yeah, there's definitely, it definitely is very, very grim dark. Mm-hmm. And their level of like masochism gets like sort of progressively worse the worse they sort of fail the Emperor, which is terrifying.
God. This game. I
This
swear,
game.
it's so depressing.
What have we been doing?
All right. This is Spirecraft, I want to say.
Yeah, sweet.
Really cool. Look at this crazy unit. This was the best shot I could get of the banner. I really liked the banner a lot. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah.
but it's very cool.
And these are Chaos Warriors, huh?
They look to be. You know I don't know everything. But yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what they look like. Yep. AOS Chaos Warriors.
They're very cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Spirecraft. And
Yeah,
I
great
love
job.
that banner so much. Filippo.
Oh, Filippo.
My goodness. This is Filippo's entry into Crowing for It for this month.
Heat.
Speaking of Crowing for It, we do have last month's winners being voted on. That's what Soups kind of manages. So he was on vacation. So it is coming. You guys will see the winner on Wednesday for last month, which was travel. But this month's, and we'll talk about this at the end, theme is heat. And this is Filippo's entry.
It does, in fact, look hot.
It does. The blade, and there's some like lightning and stuff. Very cool.
Lightning and
Very
stuff.
pretty. This is amazing. When I do Lumineth, they will not look like this.
This is what you have to look forward to, Meg.
I know. All right. Oh, I'm blanking. This is, yeah. Young Yarnamite. Yeah. We don't, I feel like I don't see.
These are Nighthaunt, huh?
Yeah. Aren't they cool?
They look so good.
Yeah. It's fun to see
Yeah.
how other people interpret
Uh-huh.
like armies, right? Like these are dark. Like Zach's are very bright.
Yep.
And
I like the
standard
black into
ghosty.
brown.
Yeah. And I really like the blue fire. It's such a nice little
Oh, wow, yeah, I
pop
hadn't
of
seen
color in an otherwise very
That looks
toned
great.
down palette. It's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the sort of contrast between the temperature contrast between the brown accents on the robes and the blue fire
Yeah. I like it.
is really good. Yeah, this is a nice looking army, and the basing scheme complements it really well. Great job.
Yeah. Okay. This is Soy Sumer. Soy Sumer wanted to do gray wings. And was struggling with liking the way the gray wings were coming
Right.
out.
And I was looking for some feedback in the critiques section.
I like them.
It came out really good.
Yeah, and I really like the underside being red like that. That's fun.
Oh, wow. Yes.
that neat?
Oh, wow. That's
Okay.
cool.
The other thing I wanted to show was the face is sort of cut off, but like I wanted to try to zoom in as much as I could. I thought he did such a nice job on the dragon face.
So do you think the wings on the right have a red underside as well?
I would assume so.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really neat.
I love that idea.
You know what it reminds me of is those paintings where they remove all the color except for like one
Oh yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
That art style.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah. I think it came out really nice.
Everything's pretty
Soy.
desaturated except these like massive saturation focal points on the underside of the wings.
Yeah, and
That's
then
really
it's
cool.
a very cool gray combo
Yep.
with a very like hot red
Yeah.
pop. It's
Very
very cool.
saturated.
Yeah.
Neat.
Cody submitted a few things this week, and I thought I would pick something Warhammery. Because
Warhammering.
he's usually doing all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
and a lot of like Kingdom Death and all that. But we rarely get to see Warhammer from Cody, so I thought I'd feature his. I'm assuming this is just. I'm like, it's a tank.
It's a tank.
Okay, like
It's a
what kind of
Space
tank? I
Marine
don't know.
tank. It's a repulsor
name is.
executioner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that giant gun on the front is really mean.
It looks mean. Yeah, I hate it. Very cool. Very nice white.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
job. I don't know if those are decals or stencils, maybe stencils for the on the door there on the side. But it came out great. It's a really neat touch.
Yeah.
And all of that baggage on the back is
All the cargo.
the luggage, the cargo is a conversion. That's not part of the standard kit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So there's some, and I don't know, what is that? Is that a little like pig in the front?
What's that? I
There's
don't
like a
know.
pig face. There's a little face
Oh.
there
I don't know.
in the bottom
Cody
bottom
says
front.
decals. Yeah.
Decals,
I don't know
yeah.
what that is down there. I just assumed it was like part of a wheel or something.
It looks like a
I
face.
don't know. Okay. It does.
Maybe it's just
Nice
the
coat.
angle that we're looking at it.
This is Liberty's. He took an army shot. He's been
Hooey.
working on his soul blight for a while. Liberty, I also took the liberty point, of like darkening your background for you.
Ooh.
Because I kind of wanted to see it pop a bit more. I think it deserved a little bit more contrast. So if you hate it, it's my fault. I'm sorry. But yeah, Liberty's been chugging along.
I was so excited to see this picture.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen individual units that he's been working on, but not. This is the first time we've seen like a full proper
Like all
army shot.
together, yeah.
And I'll have to admit, like, I was like, these are cool when I would see individual units, but like seeing the whole army all together like this, I was like, whoa!
Nice.
With the basing, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this was like, at least with my impression, this was definitely like a moment of like the sum of the finished product is
Yeah.
greater than the sum of its parts kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I was super impressed with like the composition
Yeah.
after seeing the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Great job, Liberty.
Thank you, Liberty. Okay, we'll take a quick break from that before we come back. Really quickly to show our upcoming schedule. I just wanted to point that out. So our hobby schedule hasn't changed. It's still Wednesdays and Sundays, but we have this additional schedule of our launch week for 4th edition.
Yep.
Age of Sigmar. So you get to see a bunch of stuff we've painted on stream actually on the tabletop. Which
Yes.
is cool. Yeah.
Speaking of which, tune in at 2:00 to see these
Exactly.
dinosaurs that I'm frantically trying to get paint on.
Yeah.
Wreck some face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
wreck. They're gonna wreck face.
It's gonna be fun.
They have a complex about not being Varangard, so they're gonna have to live up to some stuff. But
Yeah. So you're going to be playing Zach today. I'm going to be playing Saray Monday, and I'm gonna have a great time.
not stress about it
I'm
at
not
all.
going to be stressed out.
It's gonna
I'm
be
not going
all
to forget
just-
any of my new rules.
Nope. You're just here to like have fun and roll dice.
Yeah.
As Meg does. It'll be good. Be great.
Yeah, I'm there for the jokes. Soups, I told you I'm not putting my stuff in the fan stuff. That would be absurd. I'm not
It'll be
doing that.
absurd.
Maniac.
What are you even talking about, Soups?
I know, this guy. All right. Let's see where I'm at. I don't know how much further I'm going to get today.
Okay.
But here's where I'm at so far. I haven't done the dry brushing of yellow yet. I'm going to do that before I do the nails pink. And then I laid down the ink wash of pink. I'm going to throw in some purple and yellow at the top for that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this part. All right. And then we just have one more segment to go.
Yeah, time check. We have 15 minutes. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
How are you doing, Brett?
Stress painting. I feel like this is the realistic show. Like most of our hobby shows, we're just like, hanging out, painting. If we get done, we get done. It's fine. But like a lot of people paint for deadlines, paint for like
I mean, that's
an
what I'm doing
event
right now.
or-
Yeah.
or something.
Your
and-
deadline's much worse than mine.
and you're like sitting down the night before you are leaving to go travel for something, or you have a local GT or something, and you're like, I need to get this done. That's how most people do their well, maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Is it just me, everyone?
It might just be you today, since you're literally playing with those in.
I mean, I get so much
4
done
hours, so
under a deadline.
that's true. Me too.
I almost have to. It's almost become the reason I sign up for events.
Oh, I love sandwiches. Zach
What?
made us sandwiches.
Giant communal sandwich.
Yeah, I love it.
Interesting.
Great, thanks,
Yeah,
Zach.
that sounds great. Excited for sandwiches.
Rinsed off my brush and my coffee.
Don't do that.
I won't. All right, let's get back to some fan stuff, because we've been doing this for the month of July, month of June, but we're continuing this tradition into
Oh yeah.
July. But we want to pick member of our channel to feature. Yeah, do a look back. So this is this picture is not Larry. This is Larry's cat.
Can you guess who this is?
Oh, I already gave it away. Sorry,
okay.
I failed. I failed the prompt.
And Larry, I don't think Larry made the cat.
No,
but
that would be weird.
But there's other stuff that Larry made.
We appreciate that Larry submits a lot of pictures of his cat.
Yeah, Larry's cat is totes adorbs.
Yeah, this is Larry's first entry into Hobby Finished in our Discord.
So you went all the way back in time.
I did.
And found their first submission.
Yes, this is it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Necron, laser beam staff wielding guy with a single eyeball.
Yeah. I think I remember.
He's a nerd, I think. He's a Necron nerd.
Yeah. I think I remember this when he posted it. He might have been asking for feedback or whatever, and I was like, I think it looks good. You just gotta light it from the front.
Yeah.
But this is a great first entry into our Discord. These were some eBay rescues that he did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they came out so good.
I love those. A lot of people don't like these older destroyer models.
Okay.
But man, per our previous conversation, I do really love me some classic models.
Yeah, that's true. These are right up your alley.
I like these ones.
Yeah. This is also a very early Larry entry. He was doing some like color scheme tests on his Hedonites, and I thought this was cool because he was doing like where it like slides across and changes.
I remember this.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, what a cool idea.
Very cool.
Yeah, and he's so good. Like I was telling you guys how when I started mine, my Troglodon, I had one idea in my head and it didn't go as planned, so I just kept moving forward. I was like, well, I'm not starting over. A, because I didn't have time, and B, because I just don't do that. I'm just like, well, I guess this is my thing now.
Every step is forward.
Work. But Larry, did a test model. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea.
That's a
probably
cool
what
idea.
I should be doing that more often.
Yeah.
And Larry is also good about, well, for a while, some folks were good about putting their names on stuff. Nobody's good at it anymore except Soups. But I really liked this model a lot because he stuck it next to a tree.
Yeah.
And it really showed how imposing this thing was.
That's so cool.
You can't always tell from these pictures how big some of this stuff is supposed to be.
Yep.
But the tree really sold it for me. And I was like, oh, that would be so scary to see coming at you.
He's got a tactical tree.
Yeah. You're like the size of his foot if you're lucky.
Tactical rocks are so last decade.
Yeah. Time for tactical trees.
Trees.
Right? Like if he's small enough, is he always in hiding? Like does he always have cover?
He carries his cover with him,
Okay, Larry also regularly submits to our food channel.
He regularly makes food.
So we wanted to show that here as well. He's a griller. This looks great.
Love it.
I want to eat this right now.
Yeah,
I'm actually very hungry.
Yeah.
We need to hurry up.
Is it lunch yet?
Larry, I love this thing. This is an older one.
Great job.
Oh, man,
the weathering on that is so good.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Colors.
So you know what I think is interesting about this feature reel too is just how much variety there is in their collection, but also like in their style. Like none of these models look the same. They're all like they're different armies, different factions, but also different painting styles.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
For sure. Oh, here's what is this guy called? I forget. Zach calls him Randy, so I'm just like,
hunter.
here's his Randy.
He's the beast claw, not the beast claw hunter. He's the blood pelt hunter.
Yeah.
That's who that is.
This poor man. I don't know how I feel about the like traditional flesh colors, right? Like it's not like a weird color, right? And it's so uncanny. I'm just like, ew, this is a man's nipples. And look at his feet. It's good. Like it's painted really well.
But it has a little bit of that like gross out
creepy.
factor.
Yeah. Just by way of it like looking normal, I'm like, I don't like this guy. Like I don't want to be anywhere near this
It's
thing.
a little bit too close to home.
No, but it's in a good way. Like I think he did such a nice job. And the feet, like look at the feet. Nobody likes feet. I mean, people like feet, but model feet. He's got like nasty yellow toenails and like dirty feet. It's so good.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah, and the basing fits well.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Ogres.
bright blue rims. That's
Bright blue
cool. You know I
rims.
like that stuff.
Yeah.
And let's see, some Carad. Oh, I remember this big Caradron
Yes. Oh my
model.
gosh.
Yeah.
So many different, like I was saying,
It's
different
so
styles.
big.
And, yeah.
This thing is huge.
It is massive.
And you can tell because of the monitor, right? Oh, and there's the Tamiya.
Extra thin plastic cement.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so big. This is crazy. I love the colors though.
Yeah.
Purple
It
and
came out great.
green, yeah.
The purple and green go really well with the
fun.
bronze.
And I think this is the
More Ogres.
one of the most recent posts, if not the most
Okay.
recent post.
So Larry must be gearing up for AOS 4th and to be excited about his
He's been painting
ogres.
his ogres, yeah. I love that freehand on the banner, Larry. It came out so good. Just a nice job, and we can really see your growth, and you're such a good addition to our community. It's
Positive
so nice
force,
to have
yes.
you. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for
So many
always
positive
contributing.
vibes.
Yeah, and being a friendly face
Yep.
in our
Thank you, Larry. And
chat
great work
chats.
and great progression. Yeah.
Thank you, Leah.
Thanks, Leah.
Leah gave us a membership. We did a little like party light dance behind the scenes. Don't worry. Again, the train did something.
The train did something.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere off in the distance. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing? Did you want to show off anything? Or are you like, no, I need to work on it?
This guy's mostly done. You could show this guy off.
Yeah. Sweet.
I'm at this
Cute.
I'm at this weird stage where like all the paint is wet, so I can't touch the model anywhere.
Right.
So I'm just like trying to put paint on parts of the model that aren't actively wet, but also like not touch the things that are wet.
Yeah. I like how you're doing the tail tips with metallics.
Yeah.
I'm doing similar things. Yeah. With my eventually, I haven't done it yet on the Troglodon, but yeah, it's cool. He's pretty. You know, your contrast method is so nice looking.
It's and I think I don't know that I'll be quote unquote done, but
It'll be tabletop ready.
it'll be tabletop ready. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
judge me.
I'm not. I would never. I wouldn't
All right,
dream
and
of
here's-
it, Brett.
And here's this guy.
Yeah, let's check it out. Ooh, pretty.
He's got a big banner. This
Such
is the
a
banner
pretty
bearer.
color combo.
Yeah, he's got to get. There's a few details there I still need to do, but he's
we go.
almost done.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, I'm excited to see this on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your general again for today?
My general, it has to be the Slan.
The
If you
Slan,
bring a
okay.
Slan, it has to be the
Oh.
Slan.
War Master.
War Master. Yep, that's the rule.
I'm remembering
Yep.
things, guys.
Yep.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lastly, but not leastly, we have a challenge in our Discord that we have every month. Soups manages it for us.
If you're not a member of Discord, link is in the video description. You should definitely check it out.
Definitely.
It's an awesome community.
We have a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun. Very supportive.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So to enter, you saw some of the entries already today in fan stuff. You just have to tag your post with crowing for it. Doesn't matter where you put it on our Discord. We'll find it.
Yeah, as long as you get the spelling right. There's an E in crowing.
Yeah. And every month we choose a winner. We are currently voting on last month's winner. But the winner will get a Discord title. You'll see some of our winners already in our Discord with that call out. And then you get to tell Soups how to paint 1/12 of the Castle and Crow mini that he's been working on. And at the end of the year, somebody will win it.
Which is going to be absolutely bananas.
I know.
Because the community has been really leaning into the chaos.
Yes.
And this model is shaping up to be quite the mishmash, the smorgasbord.
If you check out our stream from last Sunday, you'll get to see it.
The actual model.
He
Soups
brought it
with
showed it
him,
off. Yeah.
showed off, and it's like after this month, we'll be halfway done.
Yeah.
We'll have 6 out of 12
looking
of
amazing.
its segments completed.
Yeah. So this month's challenge is heat. So you can interpret that however you see fit.
Yeah, we saw Filippo's entry earlier with his Lumineth.
Also,
Duder.
I think Spirecrafts was an entry, right? He
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
the heat of battle. They're entering
right.
the heat of battle.
Yeah.
So that counts, guys. We're not strict.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be model related. you could enter, you know, a picture of a steak you grilled and said like it was well done. So it was heat. Saw a lot of heat.
Last month, who was it? Allele and Dandelion?
Yeah.
Submitted a skateboard that they built.
Oh my
For
gosh,
travel.
I remember
was
that.
like,
yeah.
oh, that's great. Like that's a
super
very cool out
for
there.
travel. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool entry. But all right. I mean,
Are we out of time?
No, we got 4 minutes. We can kill it. Yeah, we can kill 4 minutes. I can.
I have
keep
a
painting.
skull. I have one skull to do, and then if I do this skull, I'll have at least one coat of paint on everything.
Well, there you go.
Every bit of primer will be covered.
Yeah.
Which feels to me like a meaningful milestone.
Yeah, that's good enough.
There might not be, you know, there might need to be like detail work done, additional, or like a second layer of something, or
Yeah.
you know.
You're good for it.
But having all the primer covered feels good.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get to the yellow later on this. And then what'll I have left? I'll have all the gold. I think once I pull out the gold, it's going to look really nice. Like
Yeah.
the gold really like tightens everything up. So I'm going to do, here, I'll tell you guys where I'm going with this. And I'll do the side that's actually like closer to being done. This is about how far I got today. This is about 2 hours interrupted with fun stuff.
Voluntarily interrupted.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But this is where where I'm headed to. I want to do the spines in gold. All these guys, the center spine ridge in gold, with some gold call outs here. I think the saddle, well, it's not a saddle, the harness will be like browns and stuff like that. I'm debating what color to make these spines. I was kind of thinking bright blue, like the bright blue that I use on the base could be kind of neat to pull that out, unless it's like, I don't know, just a random fourth color thrown in may or may not work. I don't know. But I'm thinking blue. Yeah, so that's where I'm headed. And then the other thing I have is the rider, which I haven't touched at all, but it's a skink, so it'll just look like my other skinks. Yeah.
And the base is temporary.
Yeah. This is just so I can paint.
Right.
But yeah, he'll look like my other skinks, so you can kind of see them here on my Slon's chair. They're very like dark with like bright scales on top.
Big bright blobs of color.
Yeah. So that's that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think we can say we did it, and you can keep painting while
I'm
we
going to
eat
be
sandwiches.
frantically putting the last few coats of paint on while we eat sandwich. Sandwich. It's not. There's
We eat
only one sandwich. Yeah, we're eating sandwich singular. All right, I'm going to put this down.
Okay. You did good. You did it. I mean,
Sorry, can we do this real quick?
Yeah.
Can we put the dudes on the things?
let's do that.
And then I can give them to you.
Yeah.
And you can. Yeah, they're falling off. There's a drummer that goes on the. He has
drummer
little
boy.
drums. There we go, the drummer. And
Oh, I love the
then
drummer.
They're not.
There we go. Sorry, you guys. Okay. There's one. Look how cute it is.
And then.
It's not uncomfortable at all.
And then the other two. Yeah. All right. Cool. So we got three.
Oops. My bad.
Three done dudes. All right.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They're all gonna need to get glued on.
I know, but I wanted to hold them up. Here, I'll hold this one up. I don't want to break your stuff. Scratch it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Sweet.
Cool. That's pretty, Brett.
All right.
Contrasts are great.
Thanks
All right.
for hanging out with us this morning, fam. And while we painted some models, get excited about dinosaurs and other
Game in 2
anthropomorphic
hours.
creatures.
Yeah. Join us in 2 hours for the
And then,
game. You can actually donate some memberships there and actually see a train moving. It's pretty fun.
Please come back and join us for Seraphon versus Daughters of Cain in 2 hours. We'll be rolling some dice and moving some models and trying to not knock a train off the tracks.
Right, because then you're disqualified.
Yeah, you immediately lose the game.
That's how it works. All right, guys. As we like to say around here, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and always be creating. Bye.
Bye-bye.